Okay, so I'm talking about the two career paths I'm trying to decide on for when I go back to school. The first one was teaching, and in another video I talk about my concerns about going down that road, and also why I might like that road. Um, Basically, I would like that road because I think I would be fulfilled from that job. Um, it might challenge me a little bit more, having to deal with all those different types of kids. Um, but I would have confrontation issues, most likely, with numerous people, administration, parents, kids, um, which I wouldn't mind so much, depending on, I guess it depends on how the administration reacts to it. If they're supportive, I wouldn't mind having to deal with parents. If the administration's not supportive, then that would be really sucky. Anyways, so those are my concerns about being a teacher. The other career path I am debating is to just stay with my company and move up the ladder to a manager position. It's really, really easy to move up the ladder in my company, especially I've been there for 2 years already. I've had 2 promotions and cross-trained to a different area, all within these 2, actually, all within just this last year. My first year there, I just did the same thing over and over and over, and then this last year is when I finally had all these promotions and stuff like that, which is really nice because it's an increase in pay every time you do, but there's a lot of added responsibilities and tasks that I didn't. I mean, I understood I'd have more responsibilities if I did these promotions and stuff, but I guess I didn't realize how in-depth they would be, or how involved I would have to be in the company once I did that. And so now I'm thinking, since I've already put in this much effort and time into this place, why not just stay with them and work my way up? My manager really likes me. All of my managers really like me. We have a lot of managers at this place. We have 4 managers. 1 head manager and 3 assistants. Or I guess it's 1 head manager, 2 assistants, and 1 assistant coordinator. Or assistant manager in training. Something like that. I don't know what it is exactly. But they all have pretty much the same capabilities. So we have 4 managers. And they actually, 2 of them were just promoted just this last year as well, and are really new at the job. 1 is going to be promoted fairly soon to be a head manager at another center, and then there's our head manager who just moved here about a year ago now, and I really like him, and all of the managers really like me, and have been very helpful in getting me promoted as far as I am right now. Another good thing is if I stay with the company, they will pay for my school without me having to pay them back. So how it works, from my understanding, I kind of read the contracts a little bit. I pay for my school up front, and they reimburse me when at the end of the semester I have to turn in my grades to them, and then they'll give me back. They'll reimburse me for the money spent on those courses that they approved to pay for. And how the courses that are approved, it can be any course really, as long as you have to send in this application explaining how this course is going to help you in your career at that center, and how it's going to help the company in the long run. And then if they approve it, which they'll tell you ahead of time if it's approved or not, at the end of the semester for all those classes that they approved to pay for, you send in your grades, and if you get better than a C, they reimburse you the full amount for tuition, books, lab fees, registration fees, like everything they'll reimburse you for. And what's really nice too is, so you have to report if you're getting any other funding from like the government and stuff, and if you are, then the company will give you less money. But if you take out a loan, and you use the loan to pay for your school, then you can use the reimbursed money to pay back your loan. And so that's kind of nice. So I've been thinking about that, and I would just be like a business major and maybe minor in something that I'm interested in, like philosophy or sociology maybe, or something like that. And then I would just be a manager there. And the job is not hard at all. It's basically babysitting, making sure everything runs smoothly, which is very easy. That's basically what I do right now, just on a small scale, just within my little area instead of for a whole center. But it's not hard. A lot of times you catch the managers just goofing off. They sit there and play cards all day. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it does not seem like a hard job at all to do. So, and from what I understand, it could be quite lucrative in the long run. You get a percentage of your raise every year, and you never get a cap. So which means there's no limit to how much money you can make at this job. You have people doing what I was hired when I first started to do, making like $40 an hour for hardly anything, just because they've been there for so damn long, you know? So, there's also that. The downsides to this job is it would probably be pretty boring for me. It's not challenging. It's not particularly fun. But it is something I could see myself doing forever. I have a pretty high tolerance for things I don't enjoy. I'm pretty high tolerance for boredom. I'm great at entertaining myself. I don't know, it'd be a really easy job for me. I wouldn't have to work too hard, and I would make okay money. I get lots of vacation time. Like, it's nice. It's definitely not a bad job to have. I'd probably have to move, which would kind of suck, but maybe I could transfer to a center in southern Arizona and then just commute, and then I wouldn't have to move. I don't know. And then I also don't really have to deal with the whole genderqueer issue either, really, because I already have a history with this job. The managers like me. I am confident I could get great recommendations from them. I wouldn't have to deal, like the other job is, I'm considering as a teacher, so I'd have to deal with like parents and kids, and possibly explaining all of this to them, which I really wouldn't mind too much, but I also don't look forward to having to do. And in this job I wouldn't have to. So, but I also need to find out through our human resources department, our HR, what exactly my rights are as far as that goes. Like, has it ever been an issue at this company before? I don't know. But yeah, but all of my interviews would basically be with people I already know, which would be really nice because I wouldn't feel awkward or uncomfortable presenting myself the way I want to. Worried about what they're going to think. Because I don't want to legally change my name. I'm going to look like a boy, but have the name Catherine on legal documents. So for resumes and job applications and stuff like that, I'm going to use Catherine. And that's just a dead giveaway that I'm female-bodied. And but I'm going to present masculine, which could cause problems, potentially. Shouldn't, but could potentially cause problems. And at my company, just because I do already have the history of being there for a while already, and by the time I would be applying for this opportunity, I would be there for even longer with even stronger connections. So it might be easier for me to go that route, but that's the thing, is do I want something that's easy, or do I want something that I might enjoy more? I could also get into teaching and have to teach just to the test and, you know, under these strict guidelines and not enjoy it at all. I've seen that happen before. But like I said, I have a pretty high tolerance for stuff. Stupidity and bullshit and hoops that you have to jump through. It's part of life. Everyone has to do it. So, I don't know. Things to think about. Things to think about.